Alrighty, we are now playing the slightly tweaked version of You Know My Name. And we're going to keep this hand. I like this hand. Not a lot, but I like it. Port Town. Yeah. We will reveal our island. And we're going to play Telepathy. Our opponent's going to reveal everything. Beastmaster Ascension deck. Interesting. So Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, Elvish Archdruid. Okay. Okay. We'll F8. A couple of Llanowar Elves. So... No, sorry, Genesis Wave. Genesis Wave is probably something we want to get rid of. Can we make this... There we go. So we can see our opponent's hand all the time. This is good. This is what we want. So unfortunately he's going into Elvish Archdruid reasonably quickly. We did draw another Ixalan's Binding though, which is going to be good next turn. 2 Nykthoses in hand for him is pretty bad. Yeah, there's Elvish Archdruid. So we're going to Reflector Mage that. Ooh, especially as he's got multiple in hand. So that should give us enough time to Ixalan's Binding the next one, I guess. Reflector Mage. So it can't cast spells called Elvish Archdruid next turn. Does mean we, yeah, this should be pretty good. Like, hopefully this turn he'll go for, like, what? I doubt he'll go for Beastmaster Ascension. Probably. Oh, he might do. That plus Elvish Mystic, I guess. Now, we don't have to worry about that just yet. So another Plains. That's pretty decent for us. So we could just Path to Exile this Llanowar Elves. But we're just going to attack for now. Get it some damage in. We don't know what's coming up. So for now, this is fine. He can get a counter on his Beastmaster Ascension. If he wants to get down Elvish Archdruid, that is completely fine. Ixalan's Binding is going to be sweet. There's the Elvish Archdruid. Yep. Opponent being very conservative. Yeah, there's the Elvish Mystic. So we're just basically trying to keep them off literally all of the mana. Is the plan. So do we actually, in that vein, do we actually care about these Elvish Mystics? I'm not 100% sure we do. Another Plains. Well, it's a good job we don't actually have to decide just yet then, isn't it? Ixalan's Binding. Targeting Elvish Archdruid. Bye-bye. And we'll pass the turn because we don't want him to get 2 counters on this Beastmaster Ascension. Interesting one for Beastmaster Ascension though. So we really want something, because we don't want him to just Genesis Wave into, like, that's the problem. Like, at the moment, Genesis, there's quite a lot of Genesis Wavy stuff that could go on. Opponent, I think, trying to play the other Elvish Archdruid. You could always just Genesis Wave for 4. It's not ideal. We shall see. We shall see. This is probably one of the better matchups that we've got, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, you're probably best just tapping this for mana. I think it's exactly the same, actually. Yeah, Genesis Wave's going to come in. Genesis Wave for 4. It should be fine. Yeah, Genesis Wave X4. So, hits a Dwinnen's Elite and an Elvish Mystic. Okay, that is completely fine. So now we want to be hitting the Beastmaster Ascension, because otherwise this gets turned on reasonably fast. I mean, we might even just path here. I think we just path this now. If I remember this deck correctly, there's no particularly scary things in it. So we get to Ixalan's binding this. There's a Reflect Mage. So, yeah. So let's just cancel that. We're going to play a land. I mean, yeah, okay. Let's just attack. I mean, if we wanted to be mean, we could actually just Reflect a Mage the other Elvish Mystic. But that feels bad, to be honest. It's not ideal because, like, yeah, we could Ixalan's binding it next turn, but yeah. So now we have an untapped creature. Opponent's drawn a forest. This is how Magic should be played. We just know exactly what our opponent's going to do at all times. Still can't play. At least still shouldn't be able to play. I know. Okay, good. There's nothing you can do here. There's no flashbacks. You know, I'm not worried about. I know exactly what's in your hand. There's no abilities to play. This is fine. Unless you have some way of putting it into play. Like, Chord of Calling is slightly annoying. Our opponent is thinking really hard about this. I think double Reflector Mage is definitely going to get it done, though. So this is a scenario in which the Council of the Absolute would be actually not terrible. So maybe they need to be in our sideboard, the extra 2 that we took out. Because naming... yeah, this is the right pick. This is the right call for you, certainly. Counters, counters, counters. We get to block. Deal some damage. Well, kill a Mystic, rather. Kill a useful creature. We're down to 18. Planes. Well, we're going to Ixalan's binding your Beastmaster Ascension, just to stop you from doing any shenanigans. And we're going to get him for 4. That's an actual clock, that is. Now, if we had like Celestial Colonnade, then maybe that would be a better thing. Maybe we want some man lands. Dwinnen's Elite. That gives our opponent stuff to do. I don't know why you're tapping so much mana. I'm not conceding or anything. Yeah, okay, good. You played an Elvish Mystic. Play your Dwinnen's Elite. There you go. Now, what would I name if I got like a Gideon's Intervention? Like Elf Warrior? I'm not even sure I can name Elforia. Oh, Detention Sphere would be an interesting one for this deck as well. Oh, so many choices. Detention Sphere would be a pretty good token hoser. Trouble at the moment is that our opponent has pretty unique creatures. On the other hand, like if we just don't attack, then yeah, there we go, getting his intervention. I guess we name Genesis Wave, because I think a big Genesis Wave is certainly the way he comes back from this. Boop. Genesis Wave. And we're just going to pass. There is no point in attacking right now. If he wants to attack, we know what's in his hand. We can see if there's a danger. Forest. So our opponent's pretty much on the go wide strategy. And we're on the draw things and kill our opponent if he tries to attack strategy. So he can't cast Eldritch Archdruid, he can't cast Beastmaster Ascension, he can't cast Genesis Wave. He can't attack, apparently. Nevermore. Alright. Chord of Calling is probably the best one for this, isn't it? This is fun. Chord of Calling. That's pretty much the best card I think he could possibly go for. Yeah, we'll just pass. Do we know your deck? That is the question. Yes. Yes, we do. That is timely. Okay, we'll play planes and pass the turn. Our opponent mills first. That was pretty sweet. I enjoyed that. Probably more than I should. Snow-covered forest for our opponent. See, now I can cast both sides of the screen. This is great. So maybe we want actually the Voidstone Golems as well. Ooh, Meddling Mage. Okay, that's another creature. Let's go Dwinnen's Elite. Dwinnen's Elite. Just because that makes a ton of elves. Maybe Reclamation Sage? Maybe, I don't know if they would run a Reclamation Sage like in the first game. Do we actually have a way of winning? I think we do. I think the way we win here is to start attacking with big enchantments. Ghostly Prison. Ghostly Prison is actually not too bad. That does make it quite expensive for them to attack. We're getting all of the information from our opponent. I hope we don't go to time. That could probably be the worst way of winning. Oh, Azuri. We also want to get Azuri, don't we? Azuri is going to screw us. God, there are actually tons of cards that we need to ban. It's like, no, you're not playing with that card. Our opponent's actually not that far away from... If we just attack with all of these... Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Ugh. Don't want that. Right. Starfield and Nyx. There we go. Like I say, we aren't that far from lethal. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we get through with 4. And the weakest 4 are 1. Well, we also kill everything, which is pretty sweet. I think we just go with everything. I don't mind him having stuff. I think this is fine. Maybe we won't go with the Beastmaster Ascension one. Having that killed would be bad for us. Do we go with telepathy? Let's go with the 2 ghostly prisons. We could just go with everything, actually. Turn them all sideways. See what our opponent chooses to kill. Just no blocks. Minus 16. Okay, good. Well, we have no sideboard. Venerian Glimmer works really well against our opponent. Because they've got a ton of cheap stuff. Do we? Okay, this is a different-ish hand, but we do have a bunch of stuff that goes well against elves, so guess we're going to keep this. This is like the anti-elves hand, so I think that's pretty good. As long as we get to 3 lands, we should be okay. As long as we know what to name with these Nevermores. Yeah, Heritage Druid. Heritage Druid is pretty good. There's a Prairie Stream. Okay, well, let's take a look at what's going on over there. Have a peek. Okay, that's not terrifying at all. Wait. They aren't revealed. They don't count as being revealed. That sucks. That's kind of annoying. I would hope they would stay revealed. There was definitely a Dwinnen's Elite in there and a Shaman of the... Yeah, there's a Dwinnen's Elite. Here comes the Heritage Druid. So you know, just combo off here and screw us over. So, yeah, 3 mana gets you a Llanowar Elves and a Nettle Sentinel. Elves doing elves things, unfortunately. And unfortunately, mana is no object for most elf decks. So, what's it called? Modern Shaman of the something. It was black and green. Shaman of the Pack. There we go. Because we don't want to be losing a billion life. And that seems like a very good way of starting. So we actually won a game I mean, that does surprise me slightly. Hopefully these ghostly prisons are going to keep us alive as well. Yep, going to get in with some damage. I think this is just softening us up, isn't it? I don't think they've got a way of pumping at instant speed. We'll take down the Llanowar Elves. Good, 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 good. Right, well, ghostly prison. Now you have to pay for attacking. And so it begins. 3 Nevermores. I miss my telepathy. I want my telepathy back. Don't be an Elvish Archdruid. Oh, there's an Azuri. That's kind of sickening. Yeah. Yeah, we need to deal with that. I don't think he can generate absolutely tons of mana. Well, we know the last card in his hand is the Shaman of the Pack. So that's good enough. So you can tap Elves to do that. In fact, you have to tap those 3 Elves. Yeah, there you go. All right. Fine. No blocks. We're going to go to 11. Come on, lands. Whee. There you go. Well, it is going to be another ghostly prison. Just because having to pay 4 is actually not trivial for our opponents to do, especially if he wants to pay for Azuris as well. Like, yeah, give him super trample and stuff, but it's not trivial. Because I think that's yeah. You need 9 in total. Dwynen's Elite is a good one, though. That does give him a lot of mana. So Council of the Absolute would actually be pretty reasonable. Ixalan's Binding would be amazing here. Absolutely amazing. So you can tap for 3. So you can attack with 2 creatures. Maybe. Tap, tap, tap. We'll see what he does. Gets in for 2. Okay, that's going to cost you 4. 1, 2. So he's done that in the wrong way. Unless he also is going to... Yeah, there you go. Do it in a sensible way. Pay 1, tap 3. So he can't give it +3/+3. That's the important thing. The next turn he can. So I'd better do something about that by drawing exactly what I need to draw. Ha! Gideon's Intervention. Well, I mean, yeah. But on the other hand, just no. All right, well, I think we're going to have to play this, and yeah, because we are just going to get absolutely wrecked if we get Genesis waved. Or indeed Beastmaster Ascensioned, but Genesis wave for now. Probably is down to 9 minutes on his clock as well. So we're not just... I don't think we're just dead this turn. I don't think that's possible. So in the long run, we probably just win this based on time. If we can get there is the question. We still don't know what's going on over there, which is really annoying. The information is what we need, really. I mean, I suspected an Izuri, but yeah, so he's definitely going to be able to... I think Dwinnen's Elite is definitely the right thing to name here anyway. So that's going to cost you 4, and then you definitely have enough creatures to pump. So that's going to be taking 5. Okay. Which worries me slightly. You're tapping real mana, though. Gonna pump it right now. Intriguing. I mean, I could just Nevermore the Shaman of the pack, and then it's basically fogged for the turn. So this is where the Sorcerer Spyglass would actually work really nicely as well. Like, oh, it's got Trample. Oh, there's no point in blocking then. Down to 4. Come on, Ixalan's Binding. It's a port town. Does that just kill us? Not just, but pretty much. You just have to decide to attack with something else, like a Nettle Sentinel, for example. Yeah, we're not attacking. Nope. No attacks here. Just a bit too slow, unfortunately. Just a bit too slow. Is basically the name of this deck. Could do with a Gateway gaining life as well. There's a lot of things we could do with. It's going to be Quarter Calling. I don't know what you chord for, if you chorded for anything. I mean, we're not dead this turn, I think. So that's definitely promising. There's a Quarter Calling. What do you go for? Untaps in Nettle Sentinel, sure. But you can't attack with anything. Well, you can, but you can't then... Oh. Ha. Yeah, that'll do it. Never mind, never mind. It's all good. So we're beginning to see what our deck needs. Yeah, we'd love to play first. And this needs to be mulliganed. Oh, this is also kind of terrible, but I guess we're gonna have to keep it. Turn 2 peak. Opponent is down to 5 as well, but he's on it. He's on Elves, so Starfield I think has to be going to the bottom. We need lands. That's weird art for the peak. Good flavor text though. That is an island. That's actually pretty good. Okay, let's have a look and see what's going on there. So we actually want to record what is in our opponent's hand. Llanowar Elves, Nettle Sentinel, Elvish Archdruid. Well, he's going to be playing Elvish Archdruid, almost certainly. But that is a lot of elves. That is a lot of elves. I'm very tempted to... It depends what he plays. I mean, having Reflector Mage into Nevermore on Llanowar Elves could be pretty good. Having said that now, he's just played them all, so never mind. I guess we'll just have to Nevermore into... Elvish Archdruid. So at least we know what's going on. But our opponent has just farted out 3 Llanowar Elves. So this is why we want the detention spheres. So we need to get some detention spheres. Because cutting our opponent off their mana seems like an insanely good way of doing things. Opponent has 4 mana for an Elvish Visionary. So that was the last card we saw in their hand. There's an Elvish Mystic. God, even just a Wrath here would be pretty insane. Ugh, that is a lot of elves. That's a lot of elves. Well, we're going to bounce. Probably Nettle Sentinel is the most annoying thing. We'll pass the turn. So opponent is still on just the 1 land. We probably want to... Hey Jim, how's it going? I think you're the first person to come around and watch the stream in about 5 days. We're just we're playing some stupid decks. We're losing a little bit badly to elves right now. Although if we get a... No, it's fine. No, don't worry about it. Seriously, ain't no thing. It ebbs and flows, and you know, people come in, people go away. You know, people who've watched in the past. You know, it's fine. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. Nevermore, we're going to name Genesis Wave, and that's about one of the biggest ways we're going to lose. We're going to pass the turn. Yeah, the idea is to time him out here. That is basically the goal, because this is kind of terrifying. So if you haven't guessed the theme already, essentially we name things, we know things, and we know names. And we just ban our opponents from playing stuff, which seems like the best thing to do, really. We can't really trust our opponents. Okay, well, we'll block this Winnen's Elite. That seems fine. And we'll take 6. Down to 14. I really need a... I don't know what I want here. Ghostly Prison's probably pretty good. Starfield and Nyx. Yeah, we'll play it, but it's not ideal. It's not actually turned on yet, but... This is, yeah, our opponent might just attack with everything and kill us, so... Ghostly Prison would be great. I'll take another creature. I'll take a Wrath, except we don't have any in the deck. That is an oversight, and I really should fix that. Or even just like bounce all creatures to their opponent's hands. That might also be a thing. Okay. Oh, Reflect Mage. Okay. Well, I'll take a Reflect Mage. Let's bounce Heritage Druid, just because that is, of the cards in play, the thing that's likely to kill us the most. Now, I think we might not die. It's a war of attrition. We'll be down to 4 if he attacks with everything. Yep. Coming in with everything. Let's do those 2. Down to 4. So, Gideon's Intervention. Hey! We are super fine. Prevent all damage that would be dealt by cards called Llanowar Elves. Actually, no, let's be sensible here. Shaman of the Pack is the right thing to name, because that thing just kills us outright. I don't know if it does damage, though. I think it might be. It's a hard one to do here. It's like, we could either go Llanowar Elves, because that's going to kill us for definite. We could do Call of Calling. Tell you what, we'll just go Llanowar Elves. Our opponent's at 1 minute 37. Okay, yeah, Shamans lose life. Fine. So if our opponent has Call of Calling, we can name it. It just doesn't prevent a Call of Calling. Is the problem. Yeah, I mean, this feels like a sensible thing to do. Yeah, there's a Heritage Druid again. Another Heritage Druid. Okay. We're still not just dead. Which is good. Come on, anything. Path to Exile. Okay. Well, pass the turn, and we don't really want to be giving them more lands, but what can you do? Oh, they're already getting more lands anyway. Go on, attack with everything. Okay, well, we are going to block. We're going to block. And we're going to Path to Exile. The Elvish Visionary. There we go. Bit of a waste, but that's fine. So we take 2. There's tense. Down to 2. Haha. Port down. Nope. We're not revealing. Alright, so we're at 2 life. So if our opponent has a Shaman of the Pack, we just die. If he has a Call of Calling, we just die. Okay, opponent is apparently just getting in there. That's fine. Obviously just didn't do the maths last time. We're down to 2. Still down to 2. Hey, telepathy. Now we can see how screwed we are. There we go. 2 Elvish Archdruids and a Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Why would you not be playing the Bestiary? That's just dumb. Oh, all of our creatures are turned on as well, so we're definitely not dead. Can we actually kill our opponent? 3, 4, 5. No, that's only 15 damage. GG's, thanks for playing. GG's. Smiley face. Let's see if our opponent gets the Genesis Wave to timeout. And we win. We won a match. Oh, that was fun. That was pretty good. We saw that our opponent drew the card that has already been banned, basically. So that was awesome. That was really good fun. Yay, we won a match. This is all good.